How's everybody doing today? All my wonderful, beautiful women. Hey. Y'all know this is my jam. Oh my God, ladies, are you ready to have some fun tonight? Because we are going to have some fun. Absolutely. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Guys, don't forget to hit those thumbs for you, girl. Hey. Okay, I've got 6 wonderful people in the house. Welcome, 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 guys. Please do not forget to hit those thumbs in on your way in. If you guys can share me out, please share me out. Let's get some women in here because we are going to have some fun tonight. I promise y'all. Guys, you know I don't show you guys a dull time. Absolutely not. So we're going to have some fun. And the gentlemen, the men, are going to sit down in the chat and they are going to listen. They're going to listen to what the ladies have to say for once. And maybe they'll actually learn a thing or two in today's live. How is everybody doing? Oh, thank you guys. Thank you. Oh, I appreciate you. Oh. Okay, let me just say hey. Life for Jody. Hey, Triple M Flex. Hey. Kicking it with Nat. Hey, girl. Javon Thomas. Dre. Okay, you driving, but you listening. Okay, good. I hope you are listening. Take notes for your boys that ain't here, yeah? Okay, Dre? You hear me? I hope you hear me loud and clear. Okay? Oh, hey, Sunflower Lady. QT. Mwah. Okay, I understand, honey. I understand. Absolutely. Oh, thank you, everybody, for sharing me out. You guys are beautiful. You guys are amazing. Real, are you ready? Real said, oh boy. Hey, Real. Bailey Squad, hey, hey, hey. Hey, Andrea. Guys. Hey, Erica. Don P, hello, hello, hello. I got some new people in the house. Kizzy Wadley, welcome, 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 guys. Oh, we in here. Yes, we are. Oh, guys, I'm going to have some fun tonight. We're going to have some fun with this one, okay? I am going to drop the link, and my ladies, any one of y'all are going to come up, and you guys are going to share the screen with me. We are enjoying and celebrating you women, but we're also going to make sure that we educate. So there was 2 videos that came out last week, I believe. One was by Real Talk 87. And it was about independent women and why that term hurts. Wait, sorry. Let me correct myself, okay? It was strong, Black, independent woman and how that term hurts us, ladies, and why we shouldn't use it when it comes to dating. And then there was a rebuttal video from I Am Content that basically kind of was like, hold on, I think you got this all wrong type situation. And she did not agree with anything Real Talk was saying. Now, I have to say disclaimer. Disclaimer is tonight's live is not a male bashing live, guys. It's not. We're not going to bash the men. No, we're not. However, we are going to educate them on what it means to be an independent, strong Black woman. Or, and if you ain't Black, what it means to be an independent, strong woman, period. Okay? So we're going to have some fun tonight. I hope some of you guys have caught those videos that was going back and forth between Real Talk 87 and I Am Content. We also went on YouTube Court TV last week and did a live last week, Thursday, which is why I didn't have my live on Thursday. And we also tried to educate them. But obviously, once again, the men just wanted to win. And they just believed whatever they said was correct. And that is not correct. So I decided I'm going to make sure I have my own live with all of my independent women on the stage so that we can educate them on that term and what it means. Real's video wasn't a bash black women video. I have to say that it wasn't. He made some good points in that video. I'm not gonna lie. So I can't say that it's all bad, ladies. I can't tell you that, okay? But hey, he said, please correct yourself. You see, they're already gonna come for me, but they are not allowed to get up on the stage today. They have to just sit down and listen. Hey, Classic. Hey, Jeannie. Thank you, honey. Thank you. Oh, hey, Nita. Woo, 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 woo. Oh, I love you guys. You guys are showing love. Okay, let me drop the link so we can get this live started. But I had to give you guys the context of what the live was about today and what we're going to be discussing. So, paste. Done. Okay, so if you class yourself to be a strong, independent lady, black woman, or woman, then please feel free to click on the link. I have some questions that I think you guys need to answer and a few discussion topics that we're going to go over. Whilst people are getting ready to come on up, playlist of the week is going to be I Am Content. I picked I Am Content this week to run her playlist. She has been a real supporter. She's been a real trooper. She wanted me to cover this topic and I said I would. So I'm definitely going to pick I Am Content this week to run her playlist. So boo! I'm going to help you get some watch hours, okay? And then we have, obviously, guys, we probably going to have a rebuttal because it's Battle of the Sexes on Sunday. And we already know the men are going to have a whole bunch of rubbish to say. But that's their place where they're allowed to talk. So Battle of the Sexes is Sunday on my channel at 6:15 p.m. Central Time, okay, guys? So make sure you guys are in the place. Hey, Sunflower!
Hi, how are we doing tonight?
Hey, let me turn this music down, girl, so I can hear you. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, and yourself?
I'm doing good. Are you ready
ladies,
tonight?
Gentlemen, how are we doing tonight?
Hey, everyone. Look at the sunflower lady. She's always representing the sunflowers, the yellow. I just love it, guys. I love it. Oh, bless. Hey, I Am Content. Oh, you just walked in. I Am Content. Okay, so I'm going to say it again because now you're here. I Am Content. I told everybody about your video and Real's video, and that is what the topic of tonight's discussion is about. I also have picked you this week for me to run your playlist. So I'm going to run your playlist, hon, this week so you can get some watch hours. I thoroughly believe in what you're doing on your channel. I love the content that is on there. I hope more people go and visit I Am Content and listen to what she has to say. She's always covering something interesting, and I absolutely love and adore her. So, guys, make sure you go and check out I Am Content. Oh, 45 CP. Hey. Just stopped in to give a thumbs up. Thank you. I really, really do appreciate it, guys. Thank you. Oh, thank you, guys. Oh, you guys are so amazing. Dre Day, welcome. Mika Still, welcome, 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 guys. You're welcome, Content. You are welcome. Zaya Rose. Hey. Okay. So, life of the sunflower lady.
Yes,
what does it mean to you to be an independent, strong black woman?
Honestly, it means a lot. It means a lot. Being an independent, strong black woman, you have to wear many hats.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a smooth road. There are lots of stumbling blocks. There are lots of detours. And you just have to be able to grasp a hold of them and just keep going.
Right.
It means that I can breathe freely. It means that I can live freely another day. That's what it means to me, to be independent, strong. And we ain't gonna forget black.
We can't forget black because we are black. Okay. And it's our brothers that be knocking us down off this pedestal or trying to.
Don't get me wrong. I have seen so many messages saying Black women are the most unprotected women. And
Right.
don't and there have been times I have felt abandoned and unprotected by the black man. But there have been times that the black man has been my saving grace as well.
Right.
So don't get me wrong, I can't be like our fallen brother and say that no, our black men are fighting a battle of their own. Some of them, I believe, are unaware of the battle that they're fighting, and a lot of them are unequipped to handle
Right.
strong black women because sometimes being strong and independent comes off as being bitter or,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of times that's not the case. It's just that we've been put in a place and given a pair of shoes to wear, and we have to fill them, and we have to do that. And when we do that for a certain period of time, then okay, yeah, I got it. I
Right.
I put the trash out. I fix the car. I stand up for myself. And in the same breath, I have to say sometimes we lose our softness because we've had to be strong so much, and
Absolutely.
can come across a little harsh sometimes for myself. I can just speak for myself, but I think that it's all a learning process, and hopefully we'll all get to a place where we can do better by one another.
I agree. And I love how you worded it. I love what you said. And that's why I'm going to take it back a second. But shouldn't I just wanted to say, welcome to the stream, Miss Shanita Marie Randall.
Hi.
Hey, pretty
Hey,
girl.
fabulous love.
Hi.
Oh, guys, don't you just love her hair? Her hair. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Thank you. You looking good, girl.
Thank
Look,
you know what?
look.
I had to go all out for my strong, independent black women tonight. I had to.
Strong, independent, black woman, sis. You did that. You
Okay.
did that.
Thank you,
Yes.
thank you, thank you.
Hey,
Shanita, did
Sunflower,
you
you looking
hear?
pretty today too.
What's going on, Shanita? You're gorgeous as always.
As
What?
always. You are too.
Right? I love it. Okay. So Shanita, did you hear what Sunflower Lady was saying about what it means to be a independent black woman?
I did. I did. And I absolutely agree. And I'm going to add to that in saying that to answer that question. Two, to to be a strong, independent Black woman to me means and all of the things that Sunflower said, and means that I can do things on my own, and that I don't need anyone to do things for me. I'm not totally dependent on someone else to get what I can get done.
Right. Okay. So what I want to do is I want to take it back. Okay. I want to take it back. Oh wait, hold on. Before I take it back, I have another lady. Oh, it's kicking it with Nat. Hey, Netboo.
Hey, Natalie.
Hey, Nick.
Oh, you're muted. Oh, maybe she's muted for a reason. There we go.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I was just saying, hey, ladies. And I just
Hey.
wanted to come on here personally to thank both you, Shanita, and Sunflower. You guys are so supportive. Nia, you know, you the GOAT. But, you know, I just really am so proud of you ladies. And to see y'all growth on here is amazing. And I just want you guys to just keep going and keep pushing. Don't let the drama and stuff like that get to y'all, because it's gonna happen and them trolls is gonna come. That's just how you know you made it.
Right.
But I just had to pull up on here and just tell you guys, congratulations on everything, and thank you guys so much for all y'all support. Like,
Oh, you're
y'all
welcome.
just don't understand. I
Aww.
see you, Nita. You looking good with them lashes.
I wish I had my sunshades like this.
www.kickingitwithnat.com.
Oh, thank you, Nat. You deserve it. Honestly, that's one thing about
Oh,
the ladies that I have met on YouTube. I have to say, is that everybody is so supportive. Everybody
Right.
really tries to lift each other up. We don't knock each
Oh,
other.
absolutely.
You don't see it. We try and support each other and the businesses that everybody's trying to create and everything
Right.
the whole.
Everything.
It's all genuine love from all of us ladies, and we really
And
do
I
love
feel
each
it.
other. You may see us cutting up in chats and
Oh
kind
no.
of barking at each other, but it's all love. We actually don't
It
mean
Hey,
a lot of
I
it.
already know like it's a real sisterhood over here. It's like I could talk about y'all, but they can't. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
Period.
I'm already knowing where y'all, where y'all be coming from and stuff in them chats and stuff. But I'm gonna
Right.
go back in the chat and enjoy it.
Oh, thank you,
Oh, thank you,
Love
honey.
man.
y'all.
Love you back. Mm.
Girl. Oh, that was so sweet. I wasn't expecting
Oh,
that.
Sweetheart. She is such a
Okay.
sweetheart.
The guys
I
are hating in the chat, but that's okay. Let them
know you,
stay there and
mascara.
hate
per usual.
per usual. Okay, so what I want to do is I kind of want us to take it back, okay? And I want us to start talking about where the term independent women came from, when women started using strong, independent women, and why we use that term. So I think that we would find that a lot of the time, and the reason where this term came from, is that women were sick and tired of being mistreated by the man. Guys, I
Agreed.
feel like honestly, this term came out because of you guys. Okay, so I'm gonna ask the ladies to elaborate and tell me what they think and why they, and if they had any stories that they would like to share with everybody as to why potentially maybe they had to start using that mind frame themselves, and start calling themselves independent strong black women, then I would love for you guys to do that. So I will start with Shanita Marie randomly, because Sunflower already explained her strong independent women.
So I'm looking at the chat right now, and the men are upset. They didn't like the fact that you said that the reason why we have to be independent is because of them. Oh, that burned them up, honey. And
Oh,
and
yeah.
I love
If that warms you up, just know I have a statement that's gonna set you on full blown fire, baby. This
Yes,
thing goes so
Sunflower.
deep. This thing goes really deep. And don't get me wrong, take it all for love, because it technically ain't y'all fault.
Right.
But there's a process that somebody forgot to explain. And it's getting worse and worse as the generations come about. There was
It is.
I can't remember a time in my life, but there was a time when poor black men got up and put on full suits to walk the street to hope to get a job, to get some kind of pickup work, to feed their family. They were proud to be able to support their family and say they had a family, because there was a time when having your family was almost not allowed, and that has fallen by the wayside. And now we got a whole bunch of little boys that's looking for mamas and Thadianas to keep them busy. And that has also played a big part on why women behave the way they do, which also is a snowball effect, because it affects the men and causes them to behave in certain ways, because the women that they have been seeing have been behaving in certain ways. And like I said, it's a cycle. It has to be broken. Something got to give, y'all.
Right. And I feel that, you know what? I feel that at some point, women have probably had a time where they were dependent on a man. They depended on a man at some point in their life, and something from that situation probably happened, which is why they have now changed their mindset and how they act and approach certain situations. So, guys, just listen to it. You guys ain't got to be salty. You guys don't have to agree, but we're trying to tell you guys why this was started and why it all came about, so that you guys can get an understanding as to what that term is and means for us black women. Okay, go on, Shanita.
Okay, so back in the 1960s, 70s is when the women's rights came into play anyway, because they were considered as second class citizens. And that was the white woman, really. But Black women took hold of that as well. There are still states here today, 2020, where a husband can still beat the shit out of his wife if he so chooses to.
She's still property.
We wouldn't have to have women's rights in the first place if y'all would have just treated us as equal. Now. All right. I know we're not equal. I know that we're not the same. You're a man. I'm a woman. I get it. We don't have the same body parts. I get that,
We're
fellas.
not born and we were not created to be in the same place doing the same things.
Right.
We were
We
not.
were not,
And
right?
yeah, no. Go, Shanita.
Yeah. But this whole women's rights thing started because we were not being respected. We were told you were always treating us like children. Like we tell the children, stay in your place, stay out of grown folks' business. Um, you don't answer, you don't be around men when they're talking, and all of that kind of things. Which, okay, yeah, I'm not going to be hanging around all the men all the time like that either. But the fact remains that you all didn't treat us right. So this is why we have to have this independence. There was a question that was asked last week, and I thought it was rather dumb, but I'll answer it again. Um, what are we being independent from? We are being independent from the stigma of the systematic oppression that was on the woman. Okay. If we want to talk about what are we being independent from, that's what we're being independent from. We're not saying we don't need you.
Mm-mm. I need a man. Now look,
I,
if I could get
I
two
need
of them,
I
it
need
all
a
be
whole
fine.
man. Okay. I'm
But
not saying that we don't. Independent does not mean we don't need you. And when men understand that, when women say they're independent, the equivalent of when a woman says I'm independent. When men say I'm a grown ass man, that's the same as saying I'm
yeah,
independent. Do y'all not say that often? I'm a grown ass man. I don't need nobody to help me do nothing.
I don't have
Mhm.
to ask nobody.
That's the same as a woman saying I'm independent. Is it not?
I agree with
True.
that.
Do you agree? Like, right? And the fact is, women, because men don't always get it right. I'm not saying that women always get it right,
I get
because
it
y'all
wrong.
couldn't say
Fight.
that too. Women don't always get it right either.
We don't.
However, men fuck up more than women do. As a matter of fact, I was on somebody's live today. Um, I was on two lives today. One was a woman's live, another was a man's live. When I was on the woman's live, there was another woman who came for a man and was like, you haven't been there, you haven't been supporting me, you haven't been coming to my lives. So the man responded and was like, I am a man, I watch football, it's a gambling thing. I went to that man's live and he says, hey, I'm a man. I mess up sometimes. I mean, but I support her in other ways. It ain't about what you do and what you don't do. You said it yourself. You fuck up. You a man and you fuck up, and men often do fuck up a lot. When we need you the most, you're not there. I've had a time when I was with my husband, who I supposed to depend on, right? Because he's my husband. But he messed up real bad. And because I depended on him so much, when we divorced, I was left with nothing because I was so dependent on him. I didn't have a backup plan. I didn't have anything because I was told. That's what I was taught. Depend on your husband. Husband take care of it. Da 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 da. Now I have to be independent and take care of myself and take care of everything else. Because if I don't, I'm not saying that my relationship is gonna it's gonna fall at some point and I'm just gonna be asked out. But what I am saying is I'm not gonna make the same mistakes twice, not on this.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not saying we don't need you, but we don't need you.
I think that when some
I just
men,
want to correct on this as well, right? I don't believe we need men. I believe we want men, and I think that's a very different. I think there's a difference in the statement. I don't necessarily think we need y'all, but we want you guys absolutely 110%. And just because we believe we are strong and independent women does not mean that you guys like take that term, you run with it, and you go to the extreme. Oh well, she thinks she independent, so she don't need us. Want us? We ain't even useful to her. Period. And that's not the case at all. At all. You guys have it so wrong, and you just kind of run off with that term so loosely, and it's kind of crazy to us because they're like, this isn't about you. Like, this isn't about you. I tried to explain this
It's not.
on Logic's live. It's not about y'all. This is about us. This is about us finding ourselves and coming into our own and being proud of how far we've come in life as women. And a lot of the time we have dependent on a man at one point, and that probably didn't turn out. We have a different mindset of we can look after ourselves. We can do it ourselves. Do we want you guys? Yes. We still want men. Hello.
Right.
That's why we were put on this earth to cohabitate. Like, that's it. So don't start running and taking it somewhere else where it doesn't need to be. I was like, for me personally, like Nita said, kind of, I've been married, I'm now divorced. And at one point in my marriage, I was dependent on my husband. You're supposed to be. You kind of lean on your husband, right? But he treated me so daggone dirty, left me with nothing, practically left me homeless, and I couldn't even work yet. Moved me from a whole completely different country to over here, and then you just want to abandon me? Okay, and I couldn't be independent. I was so used to being an independent woman, to the point where I'm now believing that my man is the head of the household. I need to kind of, take his leadership role and roll with it, stay a little underneath him. And I can't exert my independence like that. And I couldn't. I wasn't in a position to. I couldn't work legally. I couldn't do anything. So for me to have to be in that vulnerable state and that vulnerable moment of having to depend on my man who left me out to dry like a dog on the street, okay, and homeless practically. I mean, what would you expect me to do? Would you rather me stay down, stay homeless, and not be here now, and not have reinvented myself and finding my level of independence and working for everything that I have? What would you prefer, men? Please tell me. But I'm going to let Sunflower touch on this too.
I think that when men hear women say that they're independent and they're strong, like you said, they feel unwanted, unneeded, whatever. No one is trying to take your dominance. Listen, as strong as I feel about everything, I want I want God to send me a husband. I want a husband that's worthy of me being submissive to. I want him to be the man. I want him to wear I want him to wear the pants, the shorts, all of that. The
Right.
hat. I want him to be able to do that. But in order for him to do that, he has to have been raised properly, trained properly, whatever you want to say. And when I say trained, no, y'all, I'm not talking about puppies, dogs, pets, all of that, children, none of that. I mean that in order to lead properly, you have to have had some type of training to be able to hold down that position. You're not gonna apply for a job and they gonna give you a supervisor's position if you never supervised anyone
Right.
successfully. So no, I'm
Absolutely.
not saying that. What I'm saying is that there were things that have happened that are out of our control, that have spiraled and caused us to end up in this place where we as people, men and women, not just the men, but men and women, are out of their place. We have gotten so accustomed to preparing ourselves for someone else, our other half, that we have lost ourselves. Therefore, how can you give someone your all when you don't even know who all you are?
Right.
Then you end up
Right.
in these relationships and they don't work, and
Mm-hmm.
everybody's looking for someone to blame.
Mm-hmm.
True.
In all reality, 9 times out of 10, and some ladies might not want to hear this, but 9 times out of 10, a lot of us start out with daddy issues, and they cause us to we kind of start out a little behind, and we end up in these places with these men who seem like they're going to give us what we need when we don't have the full meaning and understanding of our worth, and then it doesn't work because we're chasing this dream that wasn't really a reality. I idealized my dad. My dad was my best friend, my everything. I thought that he was awesome and amazing until I got grown, and I thought back over the same memories that I had of him and realized that everything he was doing was not the best for the family. And then I look back at my dating patterns and I realized that I picked men that were similar. Maybe they didn't hit on the same areas, bad areas, but it was because there was still a unhealed little girl that was looking for a certain type of love, and it
Yo.
it kind of derailed my growth a little bit.
Oh, my bad. I'm
Uh,
sorry. I was reading the comment.
yeah, they're missing these comments now.
They are.
Somebody
We
said who? Somebody said who breathing up there hard.
real.
Girl.
Carry on.
Right.
I just want to, whilst we're
What?
on a quick break, I just want to welcome My Life is Nia, Andrea,
Hey,
Lewis, and
Nia.
Diana
Hey, ladies.
Hello,
Green.
Hi,
hello, ladies. How
Patty.
you
Hi,
doing?
Pam.
Hey,
Hey,
ladies.
you women are
Please.
looking amazing tonight.
Oh,
Exactly. That's why I'm hiding my camera,
You.
girl.
I know. I'm glad I hear mine too, cause honey,
Me too.
baby,
Anybody
I ain't
make
dressed,
y'all look
okay?
fabulous, whatever. Okay, so welcome to the stream, ladies. Feel free to chime in on any part of the conversation that you want to. Andrea, I know you've been waiting, so let me go to you first and let you say your piece
Concealers, just concealer. Why didn't take
independent
those?
woman.
Uh, you know, the thing is about independent woman. It's funny that I have a black son. Love him to death. I will take a bullet for my son. But at the same time, is I'm just feeling like I just want my son to be better than what I see black men in today. Okay. And so I have 4 brothers and a daddy. Okay. My mom, my dad been married 54 years.
Woo.
So, but let me tell you something. My daddy has his own faults, his own imperfections. But I didn't learn that until I was a grown woman.
Right.
Okay. And so when I got married young and got divorced young, I found a man who was just like my daddy. And I woke up one morning and said, I'm not happy with these kids and you. And
Gotcha.
that's the day he moved out. So I'm just saying is I'm not hurt as a little girl because my dad was in the home. But he still had, but at the one thing I could be said about my father, he was a protector and a provider. So I do know what it is for a black man to go out there and take care of his family. So I tell my son that, and I just love my dad for that. But at the same time, my dad he like that old school black man saying the wife stands behind me and the wife give all him the shine and not the wife. And
Yep.
so I didn't like that about my dad.
And right now we still struggle with that picture. But I said it to say this: I love a black man. I always say I need a black man. One of my best friends. I'm one of my best friends is a black man. Okay, so I never say I don't need a black man. It's just I don't like some of their ways and some of their behavior and some of their attitude towards us, and that's what I
Mm-hmm.
struggle with. I want
I don't
better.
want any
I
old black
want
man.
better.
Right.
I want a black man who knows who he is, knows how to fulfill the priorities of his role, and be prepared to, just like you want to be treated like a king. Okay, baby,
Right.
help me polish this crown too.
That's true.
Absolutely.
That's true.
Someone said no black man bashing in the chat, but I'm sorry guys. See, this is
What the
the
hell?
this is
Okay,
the thing, black men.
girl, say what you
But
gotta say. Everybody
Girl,
gotta say that piece.
black
one
men,
day we
like
gonna
we
get to
don't
a
hate
place
you,
where we
but
can
like
have this conversation and people won't feel so hit. Because it's
Right.
not about bashing. This is not a
right,
Mm-hmm.
personal thing. You
Right.
take from this conversation what you need to make your life better.
Mm-hmm.
But no one is
Mm-hmm.
saying real talk, plastic corporations,
Logic.
court TV. No, y'all bad men. Y'all don't know what. Nobody's saying that.
Exactly.
Yes,
But
Top.
we're speaking
Nobody
about
says it.
the
the thing,
sex
the
as
thing,
a whole. And in speaking about them as a whole, I'm taking my part in it. Because
Mm-hmm.
I done called Jody, Tyrone, I done been Jody. Look,
Right.
look,
and you know what? I was angry. I was angry
Is
after the
this going to be
divorce.
a hurt
You
women
know,
thing?
to be honest, I was angry after my divorce. I was acting a damn fool. I was cussing. I was on
Me too.
somebody's car. Every time he came to pick up the kids, I was starting to fight. I was just doing things because I was just angry. But I'm not
Yeah.
angry no more. I've been divorced about 15 years.
Right.
And look, yes, when I first got divorced, I had to be dependent on him because I was a stay-home mom. But
Right.
when I went back to work and started having my own businesses, I started hustling. I started doing what I have to do for my two small children because I wanted them to know, even though we're divorced, that's still their daddy. I still allow him to see his kids whenever he wanted to. All I asked is to pay his child support and the alimony. That's it. But at the same time, is I think we get a bad rap as somebody trying to take somebody money, because at the end of the day, if you taking somebody money, it ain't taking
they
somebody
talk
money.
trash about that child support.
Pay your child support, take care of your
Right.
kids, okay?
Them
Mm-hmm.
courts are not
And
gonna
ain't
make you
nothing
live a
wrong with that.
destitute lifestyle.
It ain't
That's not
nothing
how
wrong with
it
taking care of
goes.
your
It's
kids and paying your
consensual.
child support. Okay? And I don't feel bad. I ain't gonna be angry. I ain't gonna be mad. Call me greedy. I love like Jenny's song.
Oh,
Call me greedy. Because I'm
okay.
taking my money.
Period.
Period.
And that's a period.
Period.
And
Okay?
you
Mm.
So
know,
I love that
deserve
like
it.
Big
Jenny
You
song.
bag.
deserve it.
See, so I'm just saying is I do love our brothers. I want them to see better. I be talking to my brothers every day about, and trust and believe they checking me too. Okay, because I'm a little
Mm.
angry sometimes. I'm gonna say what I want to say, and my brother be saying, Drea, maybe no, you're a little aggressive, me might be too little hard. I'm
Stop
like,
it, real.
okay.
Don't
I'm
even
just
get me
saying.
started on the aggressive word. We gonna touch on that too.
You know what? Because
how could
and,
wait,
and
hold
what
up.
do you
How
feel
come when
about the
other
women being
races are
aggressive?
aggressive it's
Because
sexy, but when we do it, it's like
Wait, hold
We
on. Say
what?
that
bitter.
again.
What
Put
you
it
say?
how come when a Latina is aggressive that's spicy, but when a black woman is aggressive all of a sudden,
We
oh,
bitter.
she's an angry black woman.
Right.
What's
Thank you.
the
That
who
right,
made her
that goes
angry
right,
that
more?
that goes
Yes.
Hmm.
way back. That ain't their fault. That goes way back. Because there was a time when we had no choice but to be submissive.
Hmm.
And
Right.
being it's a difference between being submissive to someone who is trying to lead you in the right direction and help build with you, and someone who is wants you to be submissive so that they can literally stand on your back.
right.
Yes. And the
That's
funny
what
thing
was
about it
going on.
is,
So
when I
now
first got me, go ahead. I'm sorry.
being submissive has gotten a bad rap. Women don't want to hear that word. We haven't been taught properly what that means. My mother, no, Rita, oh my God, try back. She don't back down from nothing, nobody. She don't care who you is.
Mm,
Nobody can tell her what to do. She never told me what when she taught us how to run a house. She never said that. there are gonna be times where you're gonna have to compromise with your husband. She said, if that nigga don't do what you're supposed to do, you thought my daddy then made him drive himself to the hospital, then divorced him.
Damn.
Right.
He was an alcoholic slut bucket. He was not doing right by the house. But those problems been in effect long before the children even come along. So that could have been handled. But somewhere in the raising, she was under the impression that she was supposed to stick with it and try and make her marriage work. It was she had certain roles in the house, and she was gonna maintain them. And if she did those, if she buried those children, cooked those meals, kept that house clean, that man was gonna do what he was supposed to do, and it was all right because I did my part, baby.
I feel you. I felt that way at one point. I felt that I was supposed to stay in my marriage and make it work. But the light then started to shine, and I saw clearly one day.
But you know what? I'll be honest. I was a submissive wife. I was like, whatever my husband decide, I'll do. But the minute, I'll be honest, the minute we got divorced, a switch came over me, and it ain't changed. I'm like, I ain't doing shit. Give you the middle finger. That's what I'm not gonna do. I wish the nigga would. That's what I used to say to him.
You felt like you had done did what you were supposed to do, and you still got betrayed.
Yes. When he told me he was taking his mission to Hawaii, okay, I was done.
Well, I see that don't work, so I'm gonna try something else.
Wait a minute. I have a question. It's kind of on topic, but kind of off. Is cheating okay then? Are you guys saying that like cheating is like is that?
The Bible say you can't cheat or beat your wife.
You can't cheat. You can't cheat.
Oh, I don't believe that.
No, I mean like if your husband or your man cheats on you, that's a deal breaker, right?
Yeah. It is.
Yeah.
Yes, me is.
Okay,
everybody different because I don't.
Everybody different.
And I ain't want him to leave me if he would have called me. I ain't want.
I'm done.
I just kind of wanted to do what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
The difference between men cheating and women cheating, we know how to cover our traits. The men, y'all not bad men. Y'all just don't know how to do what you be doing.
I think they just don't care. I think they're just sloppy with it. They don't care.
Yeah, they are sloppy. They are.
I just think they're sloppy with it. I don't.
You can work two
jobs, if a woman cheats and a man finds
over there with bed bug Betty. Somebody, I was tripping all the time. Every time I come home, you got something to say. I asked you, did you get the confirmation number behind the beater?
Sunflower, you having flashbacks, baby.
Baby.
Girl,
I need this to be straight.
Bring it back, Sunflower.
Bring it back, sis. Bring it back, sis. Hold on, Sunflower. Wait a minute. I just got a quick question for the men. I just want to know what exactly are y'all looking for out of a woman, because y'all don't like independent women, but yet and still when you meet a woman, you want her to have her own crib, you want to have her own car and all that. So I'm not understanding exactly what is it that y'all looking for from a woman?
A punching bag.
Because I asked the same question. It was like they want a woman to be independent, but she doesn't want. I guess they don't want them
to be independent while we're in a relationship with them.
They don't want us to say that we're independent.
See.
But let me ask
you, you want her to have your own car, your own house.
Exactly. That they can live in because their credit messed up. I'm gonna be quiet though. I'm gonna be quiet though. To be honest
though, I kind of agree. They want you to be independent, right? Because a lot of the time they don't have their own. So they need to come to your place. They need to come and chill with you and live with you and move in with you, because they really ain't taking care of what they need to take care of as a man.
That's what I'm talking about.
But Nia, get this though. Rich men don't complain about that. Or men that have kids don't complain about that.
Good point.
It's usually the brokey broke.
Come on.
Or the guys that are close to being brokey brokes that complain about that.
Girl, I need to subscribe to you right now, girl. Yes. Where you come from, sis? Where you come from?
D'Angelo, we friends.
Right.
Because
Nah, for real.
I need to
Because
get back on the show.
I
Okay.
think that's true. If they want you to be independent, they want you to have your own car, your own crib, all this. But what does that got? Do they got a car? Do they live with their mama? They got a
Let me
situation?
tell
I'm
you.
just asking the question.
And
Let
then
me
how is
tell
a
No,
you.
woman
they
supposed to?
left their
How is
lost
a
baby
woman
mama
supposed to
and moved
turn
in
it
with the
off?
girlfriend.
Let me tell you, because I was dependent on my husband, right? So that means I didn't have anything without him. When he went to jail and got locked up and came out, I was staying with my mom. I didn't have anything. He's told me I have nothing going for myself. I don't have a job. I don't have, or all I had was a car, and I don't have a place to stay. He went and got with somebody who had those things, not because I was so bad for him, but because I didn't have what he needed to survive
Logic.
with me. Okay, not because of me, but because he needed somebody else who had those things.
Listen,
And that's what
D'Andrea.
it is. These men, they want you to be, not all of them, but they want you to be independent. But they don't want you to say you're independent. They just want you to be. Saying you're independent to them is like, oh well,
they
if you
want you to
need
have all the
independent, what you need
independent
me for?
stuff, but you can't do
That's
that
not what
independent
it is.
talking and living.
But
You
So
got
if
let
to
me
have the
ask you guys
house,
something.
the money, the job, but you can't do all that independent talking and living.
Sunflower, she trying to ask a question.
Oh,
Oh,
look.
I'm sorry.
Listen,
I'm
Come
done.
back,
sometimes you
sis.
need to
Come
put
back,
it
I
together,
can't.
Sunflower.
baby.
Come
Right, come
back.
back, come back, come back, baby.
Okay, so you guys kind of led into my question, right? So do you feel that men don't want an independent, strong woman because it's a form of control?
Yeah.
Yes.
I've heard that before.
And men like to control situations, right? Men
Yeah,
want to be
they
the
do.
head. They want to be looked at as the heads of the household. They want to be looked at as the provider. They want to be looked at as all these things, and they want their woman to respect them as such. So, I feel that when you add in a woman that believes that she's independent and she has her own voice that she actually lets out every now and again, I think that men are intimidated.
V,
Yes.
I want you to address this chat because they got something twisted in them.
They always twisted in the chat.
Sure do.
Oh, they going in. I'm just looking at the comments
You
like,
women really are forcing
Not
I'm
independence
nobody.
going
as
there.
an argument.
They
Just
been not
because
saying nothing about
someone
it
speaks
neither.
Ray Day.
their truth, that does not
I'm
sound
still waiting on
like
somebody to make a point and not talk about the pain of an old relationship. Really, Logic? Really? See,
Okay, I got a
If
question.
we're
I got a
speaking from
question.
experience, what do you want us to do? Just pull ideas out of our ass?
Right,
right.
right.
Deandra,
Otherwise,
go
it
ahead. What's
won't
your
be
question, honey?
facts if it doesn't
Okay.
have some kind of basis.
Hold
I
on. Real
had
talk
good
saying with Nia
experience
too,
too. I
whatever
had
she
a good one.
said. What you talking about?
Okay, so my question was, if they like a man said they want us to have a car, our own place, and everything. But what if I was some girl on the street on
They
welfare
wouldn't want to.
and
They
ain't
wouldn't
got
want
shit? You
you.
ain't gonna
They
talk
wouldn't
to me.
want you.
They
Yeah, they
ain't gonna
wouldn't
touch
want you.
us.
You ain't gonna
Oh,
talk to me.
God.
That's
But
what I'm
if I
saying.
was on welfare and then with a stroller with a baby, you ain't gonna talk to me. I'm
That's what
just
I'm
saying.
saying. I'm
But now
confused.
I
What
got
what
my
is what
own
do they
car,
want?
I got my own place, and I'm independent. But you want to talk to me, but yet still I can't I can't say I'm independent.
That's what I'm saying.
That
And
don't make no sense.
Yeah, I don't get
Right.
it
and
either.
that's confusing because it's like you fell in love with me for my independence, but then you want me to turn it off when you with me. I'm not understanding.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Because
Right.
But
they
you know
fell
what,
in love with
too?
the leaves, but they
My
didn't know
thing
what to do with
is,
the root when fall came.
Come on now.
and my thing is, first of all, it's 2020. What woman is walking around still saying I'm independent?
Thank
Like
you.
that phrase got thrown out years ago. We're not walking around saying, throw your hands up there.
Show the fuck ain't.
We're just here.
Show
Who's still
ain't.
saying that? Why and why y'all still holding on so hard to I don't want no independent women? Like why are we still talking about this 2020?
Because we taking
Are,
over.
are we grown now? Like we're full grown now. We're not,
Yes.
coming into adulthood. We are full grown and got our own
Right.
thing. And
But
we're talking about independence. Because let me not get ahead of myself because I think you're going to touch on child support and alimony and all of that thing. So I don't want to get ahead of myself if you're not going to go there just yet. But
We are gonna go there, and I can ask the question, right? Because a lot of the times the men, when we talk about being strong, black, independent women, a lot of the times men find a major issue when it comes to women being paid alimony, women being paid child support, women that have on food stamps. They're like, oh, you can't class yourself as an independent woman because you are depending on that money. You depending on these things. So they love to bash women when it comes to women receiving some kind of money from them or child support. My issue with the child support thing is that listen, if you are a man and you have your children, you have custody of your children, the female has to pay you child support. If you are a woman and you have custody of your children, the man has to pay you child support. The courts are just making you do what you should be doing as a parent.
Exactly.
You still gonna pay for your child. Stop
That's
the
right.
issue with it when you want to be lazy as hell because you just don't want that money coming out your bank account.
Should have got a
You so
That's right.
when you don't want to be paying no child support. Pay. It's for your child. It's
Thank
not
you.
for any other issue or no other reason. It's for your child. Why do you feel good that you're doing something for your child? Why do you always look at it as a negative thing? It's not a negative thing. It's something you should be doing. And the courts are just coming in to make sure that that is done and that child is being taken care of.
Right.
Guess
That's right.
what? You ask for child support. That's fine, because guess what? She can't come around and tell you, oh, you a bum ass nigga. You ain't paying no child support. You ain't doing this. You ain't doing that. Because guess what? You doing what you're supposed to be doing for yours.
And
They wouldn't have nothing to say if you did what you were supposed to be doing for yours.
Period. And let's look at the root of all this. Why do women go to the government for assistance? Let's look at that. Let's look at the root.
Yeah.
Instead of y'all want to get mad talking about why women want to get food stamps and get Section 8. That's because she has kids and you're not taking care of your kids. So if you're not doing it, somebody needs to help her.
The child support is for makeup and clothes. It's not for the child.
Right, and
What did he say?
women
What was
do
child
need
support
child
for?
support.
It's not for the child. It's for your hair or makeup or clothes.
That's a damn lie. That's a damn lie. I had my own damn job. So that child support went to that football gear, that swimming lesson, them clothes that they needed. What else? The dentist. What else that the child support was going for?
What kind of hood rats are you guys laying with?
My car, no, oh well.
No, girl, Deandra. So it's not necessarily that we are laying with these types of things. We've been having this argument with the men back and forth.
Yeah.
So we're finally addressing it because the men like to kind of make the women seem like we just complaining or moaning about certain situations, and they never like to let us speak. So we wanted to have a female platform where the ladies are allowed to speak and say their points and their opinions without being interrupted.
Trying to dictate.
And V, can I speak on this? When I went to court for my child support, my mediation, okay, and divorce, okay, the judge didn't say, Miss Lynch, all these stuff is items. He said, pay the $1,400 and call it a day, Mr. Lynch. Period. Okay, if that means I use that child support, pay my car note, pay my rent, pay whatever I need for me and mine, we're gonna do that.
Period. Big guy.
It's all for benefit. These are bills.
I want to add to that.
They live in.
Go ahead.
You pay $28 a week for child support, and the light bill is $375. The lights off, the baby, and you hard down.
Who done paid you $28, girl?
Listen, because I'm going to tell you, my child's father, he pays $69 a week.
Oh my God.
For child support. He felt like I was breaking the bank with $69 a week and was complaining that he was giving me $69 a week. I said, that is fucking gas money. That ain't, you ain't doing anything about it. And then when I put him on child support, I didn't put him on child support immediately because there's always that stigma that you're only going to use child support for whatever you want to use it for. You're not going to use it right. I fall in that umbrella of that type of woman. But I had to realize, like, I didn't have to shop by myself. I didn't have to be doing everything by myself. And if he's not going to do it on his own, then I'm just going to have to go to child support. But I didn't put him on child support right away. my son was my oldest son was like 8 years old when I put him on child support.
Mhm.
My other son, he was 4 years old before I put his dad on child support. So, and I understand women do use child support as a weapon.
They do.
Well, if you don't want to be with me, then I'll put him on child support. Women do that too. But
Mm-hmm.
not everybody uses child support as a weapon. We do
Mhm.
it because y'all just won't do. We can be asking
Mhm.
y'all, asking y'all, and asking y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Just, can you give me something? $20. Buy me some. Won't do it. But as soon as the government makes them do it, then they getting all bent out of shape.
And they
Same
do it
thing
My
steady.
too.
thing, my issue with it is the fact that it can be a man or a woman that's put on child support.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
Exactly.
yeah,
And this is why, like, guys are so salty about paying child support. I don't
yeah.
understand. I don't get why they are, because you should want to do for your child anyway, right?
Right.
But they're so salty about paying child support that what they then will do, and I work in the system, I know how it works. I've spoken to men that do it. They will fight that woman in court so that they can get custody of the child, just so
Just
they
so they
don't.
won't
They
pay
pay,
it.
pay child
Yep.
support.
Mm-hmm. That's what
Mm-hmm.
they
And will
do.
not spend any time with that child
Nope.
Mm-hmm.
Be with the grandmama somewhere.
Yep.
while
Yeah,
they out there home.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Making another
And then
baby.
the men, they talk about being independent on the government. When natural disasters hit and y'all need to get that food check, will y'all
Oh,
not depend on the
talk,
government for
talk,
that
talk,
check?
talk to him, Nita. Talk to him, Nita.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Why is it?
Exactly.
Right. So we all dependent. And if you want to talk about, we don't want to talk about being independent, period. Y'all still working for the man. Whether
Oh,
you own
oh,
YouTube, whether
Mm-hmm.
you
oh,
got your own
uh
job,
oh,
Thank
uh
you.
oh.
whether you
Let's
got your own business, if
Mm-hmm.
you're not off the grid and doing for yourself,
Oh,
you
Mm-hmm.
are dependent.
Nita, did you have
Yeah.
to go there? Did you
Oh
have to
Mm-hmm.
go
no.
there, sis?
Because
Mm-hmm.
they keep saying,
well,
well, if you
there's a
dependent, then you need to have your
Uh
own stuff.
oh, uh
Everybody
No,
else.
oh,
it's the same
uh
thing across the
oh,
board. If that's the case, if you
uh
want to go there, man, if that's the case, then you're dependent as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
oh.
And once you
Mm,
get off the grid, you can't nobody track you for nothing. The government is not assisting you on anything until you got your own everything, your own land. You ain't got to answer for nobody. You're dependent as well, right?
Oh, oh my gosh. I'm finna get off on that one.
mm.
I'm leaving the
Mm-hmm.
stage. I'm leaving the stage.
Mm-hmm.
She's
I'm
like, I ain't gonna get tore up by this man.
oh
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so wait, hold on. So I want to understand. So
Jesus.
okay, I want to understand you. Okay, because
Jesus.
I want to understand where you. What is a strong, independent woman to you?
Answer that, man. Ooh.
That's what I want to know. That's what I want to
No,
know.
Put
no,
that in
I'm
the
asking
chat.
Deandra because she hasn't said
Put
much.
that in the
Like, she
chat.
asked a couple questions, but I want to know, like, what does she think?
Be pick two
What
of them to answer that question and ask two more what do they want from a woman. Let's see if they actually have an answer.
Right.
That's
I'm
the
talking
thing.
about
Most
get your
folks, they
answer
like
together,
independent
fellas.
women. That's the crazy part. Is that they'll tell you they like it, but then at the same time they want to bash you for being independent.
Yeah.
I actually don't
It
even
comes
know
from
what that
both.
is, to be quite honest.
3 minutes. Come on now.
So anyway, yeah.
Somebody
So
asked that same
Deandra,
question.
huh?
Somebody asked that same question. What are we being independent from? You.
Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
You.
Was that a man that asked that question?
Yep.
Okay, so the men want to go by the Webster Dictionary of the term
Oh.
independent. So
Which was a man who made a
according to
dictionary.
Webster,
So
who's a
what's the
man,
difference? Dre Day, what's the difference between strong and independent? He said, fuck an independent woman. I just want a strong like woman.
I don't know
What's
what that means
We
either.
don't
What?
know what
See,
that
see,
so
they
means
you
don't
either.
want
even
us
know.
to
They
Know what
don't
you
even
that
want
means.
us
know.
to be able to lift weights, but not walk outside?
What in the bodybuilder? I'm done.
Right in the bottom.
Uh,
Did
okay,
you mean
so
emotionally strong or
Dre,
what?
you gonna have to explain that. But you
Nah,
can't come here. You just gotta
they
say,
hate you. Dre, they hate you right now, bro. You making them
I
look
just was
bad.
wondering. Cause
I mean, we are wondering.
Real said strong and independent are two different things. So what's the difference between strong and independent?
talk to it. If you feel that we are wrong in something, educate us.
Yes,
Talk to
please
us,
do.
fellas.
Why don't you pull out Webster's dictionary and give us the definition?
Google it.
But my thing is, what's the big deal if a woman do want to title herself
You
as that? What's the
can. Why?
problem?
Why does that bother you so much?
And
Yeah,
why
I think they're intimidated by it. I think
yeah.
they're intimidated
Yes,
by
that's
it.
it. That
I
has
mean,
to be
I
it.
mean, if we don't, you don't say. I mean, you don't.
ABA thing.
Because if y'all want to go there, it's the same thing with y'all man when you be like, I'm a man,
Yeah,
respect
I'm a
me, I'm
man.
a man. It's
Exactly.
the
I'm a
same
grown
thing.
ass man. I
Yeah.
Yeah, I
got
don't need no.
Shit.
Everybody has their own
When
form of
they say that,
liberation.
I'll be like, and what you trying to say? What
It's
you saying?
it's
Right.
true.
You a man
We
and
all
what?
be y'all grown ass men. It's the same thing for us saying we're independent women. It's
Thank
the
you.
same,
That
Yeah.
and
same
we don't
thing.
get bothered by you saying I'm a grown ass man. You
Mm-hmm.
should be a grown ass man.
Yeah.
Ooh, Shanita,
We don't have to give
Really?
you no cookie to say you're a grown ass man. You're supposed to be one. I'm
The
just saying.
Harrison
Just don't
family
give you a
vault,
cookie.
he had said, Harrison family vault said that if the shoe was on the other foot, how would he feel if the man said he was an independent man? I didn't want to say
I
it, but
would
Well,
be
typical here.
should he?
grateful
Should
for
he?
a man to be an independent
Dependent
man.
man.
I
First of
would
all, I think it's
absolutely love for a man to be an independent man.
but how you gonna do
period.
that and you the
That is
provider?
attractive.
Yes.
If a man walking around saying I'm an independent man, first of all, he's getting
I
his
have a
shit.
problem there. I'm like,
Yeah,
Because what
I'm
grown
like,
ass
something
man
wrong with
walking
you.
around saying I'm independent?
yeah. Okay.
I'll be like, something wrong with him.
What man's gonna scream that from the rooftops? Instead, right, like our word independent is like them turning around, like you guys said, and saying,
Well,
man,
okay,
I'm a
real
man.
talk, since you know the
Okay.
difference, tell us the difference. We know it's a difference. So, so tell us what it is.
They still ain't answered it, y'all. They still
No,
ain't answered the
real
question.
talk.
Not
Real talk
not
say
one.
if strong and independent mean the same thing, well, why use it in the same sentence?
So
We
they ain't
What?
they have different definitions. Yes, they do. But if both of them pertain to you in separate ways, you can use them both together or
But
separate.
somebody said it's only one definition.
It
Who
is.
said that?
Logic problem.
But
Wait,
people
so they're
have that.
trying to say that they
It's
don't want
Wikipedia
they
in them.
want they want women who are like not strong and independent, so they want
Somebody
women
look it
who
up.
ask them
Somebody look it
for
up and
money
read it out
every
loud.
month.
I'm about
Is
to
that what
pull
they
it up
want?
right now.
Yeah, pull it
Mm-hmm.
up.
You know what? To be honest, I'm just gonna like, Deandra. What I think when you try and go into a man's mind, right? I feel like they
Oh,
are
Stay
no.
there, baby.
confused. They
Stay
don't even
there.
know what the hell they want.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
They don't.
Mm-hmm.
Stay
Like,
They
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
don't.
I know. They'll tell you in one sentence, yeah, I'm a strong, independent woman. But then at the same time, they gonna bash you and be
Yep.
like, nah,
Mm-hmm.
she just needs
Mm-hmm.
to chill out. Like, she don't need to be independent like
there.
that. I'm the man of the household. She needs to rely on me. She needs,
No,
it's
no.
like, what the hell do y'all want?
Right.
First, hold on now, Logic. Andrew, do you work at Taco Bell?
Ooh,
That
No.
ain't
Okay,
funny.
let me
That's not
explain
funny.
this. First and
no, it's not.
foremost, there's nothing wrong with a woman being
It surely
hypergamous.
is not.
There
No,
is
it's not.
nothing wrong with that. If you can't afford to do that, that's not my problem. But there's nothing wrong with the woman saying that I want a man that makes more than me and takes care of me. That doesn't mean
Mm-hmm.
that I'm a bum, because in society, women are allowed to be doing that. But
Talk
see,
your
when
shit.
women say that we want to do the opposite, then you guys get mad. Like, I no, and I literally don't understand. Like, do you want me to make more than you, or do you want me to not? Because if you don't
Ooh.
want me to make more than you, then you have to
Mm-mm.
take care of me.
Mm-hmm.
You
Ooh.
gotta
For
Right.
get
real.
help.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And that's what I'm saying, Andrew. They confused.
Ooh.
They don't know what the hell they want.
But
It's
what I thought a man, my daddy told me a man supposed to be a protector and a provider.
I'm
Is that we not doing that no more? I'm just asking a
No, they
Wait,
question.
not.
wait,
Exactly.
I
That's
need
what
to ask
my
one
my
question.
mammy and them.
They
That's what they
being
were
good
doing.
I
providers.
need to ask one question. Where are the men that say nowadays they want to pay all the bills?
I
No,
love
they
it.
want to pay half. They
Your
want us to pay
money
half. You
is
pay half.
yours.
We
I
roommates.
got the bills.
50-50.
Where is that
50
man?
50.
Please, all of y'all in the chat, please stand up right now. Cricket.
Right. Because real talk, you know better.
Cricket. Because nowadays everybody want to be splitting it 50-50,
Thank you.
right?
Thank you.
They don't want nobody wants to be paying all the bills no
Mm-mm.
more. But we should be dependent on y'all. For what? Dependent so that we
Exactly.
give you half of ours?
Ooh, now, Ned,
Mm.
you know better. How dare you say such?
Mm.
Right. What happened? What happened?
The guys are just silent.
But
Real
that
is so mad right now. He says, B, I'm glad y'all talking all that shit because you know we can't click the link. Whatever. See you Sunday.
But look, did you catch his comment
Ooh,
about Google Meet?
you can't click the link. Ah.
Mhm.
Guys, I don't understand it. Like honestly though, like guys, you guys need to understand what you want from women because
Right.
Yes.
exactly what you give off, exactly what you're asking for, this is what you are receiving.
Mm-hmm.
If
Mhm.
y'all don't even know what the hell you want, then how are you gonna complain when women standing up for themselves?
Right. Right.
Because
Mm-hmm.
not
Know what you
one
want.
of you
Why we
men,
can't know what we need
not
and who we
one,
are?
not one of
So
you
maybe
men
when you
in
see us,
the
you can
chat
recognize.
stood up and said, I will pay 100% of the bills. And my lady's money is just for her. Not
And
one of y'all said that.
They
because
can't
they ain't
afford
gonna
it.
do that. They ain't gonna do that. They gonna
Can't
say the
Dre,
nobody afford
half.
that.
They said I don't split nothing. I pay it all.
Okay, well
One.
he
That's a
only he
man
only
right
So
there.
one.
you
That's
got it
one.
in the providers category. How
Okay,
are you
yeah.
as a person to your mate? So you let us know you can provide. What about the other categories? How you holding in them?
Mm.
Because it
Mm.
takes more than cash to be.
Now all the
Dang.
men saying they done it. They done it before.
They don't want to look.
All right.
Okay.
Well then, if y'all done it, what's the problem? What's the
Yeah.
problem then? Where does the
Yeah.
problem come in at? If y'all so used to it, what's the
Yeah.
Because
problem?
they're not used to it. They're used to paying
Exactly.
half.
Mhm.
They're
Mhm.
used to paying half. They're not used to paying all them bills. That's a damn lie.
Right. And just like
They're
this
used to
is
paying half.
like this, what I'm about to
Right.
say is on topic.
You
Like
know
what?
what? This is the thing. Okay, so YouTube Court TV, you said that I got to clear this up because you didn't understand what I was saying. So you're saying that how I said I did and I hated it. So yes, I hated depending on a man because he let me down.
Mm-hmm.
That's what a lot of y'all do. A lot of y'all will make us depend on y'all, and we will be stupid enough to not be working. I wasn't stupid to not be working though. I just couldn't because I had just moved
Mhm.
over to the US. So it's a different situation for me. But he knew that and he held on to that. The minute I started working or getting my own, oh, now we got a problem. Because
Mhm.
now
Mm.
I'm not
Mhm.
depending on you anymore. So now
Yep.
you know that I
Yep.
Now,
can do things for myself. Now it's
Mhm.
a problem.
Mm.
Yep.
That's a problem for y'all.
And
Let's just
notice
get correct.
It's
and
about
notice
control. Yes, girl.
and notice men always say how they don't want their women to look like a slut and
Mm-hmm.
this and that, but yet and still they're
Control.
gonna cheat on that good woman that's
That look like a
look
slut.
good, that's financially stable. They'll cheat on her for a hood
with
rat
Shaw
that
Shaw
ain't got shit.
Mm-hmm. Who shot John?
Nia, they
Right.
will cheat on the type of woman that they don't want.
That's what I'm
They don't
saying. Do
want
that
a
make
woman who
sense?
be dressing
That's what I'm
crazy.
saying. They don't
Yeah,
even know what they want. They
they
don't
don't
even
know
know
what
what
they
they want.
want.
It's just a thrill. They know they ain't gonna stay with her for long, and then they always end up coming back. Man, I don't know what I was thinking. I was thinking that he
Right,
got
It's just
approved on
sex.
this.
right,
I don't know
It's
why I
just sex.
did that.
right, right,
That's what
I
they say.
don't know
No,
why
it's
I
just
did
sex.
it either. The grass is greener on the other side, right?
All
right.
right, well, let me
Mm.
go fuck with this sex then, since
AstroTurf.
it's just sex. You know,
Yeah, they'll
let me
do
go
it.
get me some sex.
They'll talk about a hoe in a minute, talking about how she a hoe, she ain't nothing, but yet and still you sleeping with her. So what that make you? What
Mm-hmm.
that makes you?
Exactly.
Football field grass. It ain't
Mm-hmm.
even real. Nobody ain't
Right.
watered,
We get painted
fertilized.
on every week.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Hush now, because I done been football field grass. Hush now. Hush now.
Woo. So, okay, so gentlemen, please answer this question. Is the reason you don't want an independent, strong woman because you want to be able to control the situation? Let's be honest.
That's what it is.
That's what
Let's
it
be
Yes,
is.
honest.
that is.
Yes.
Is that the situation?
Yes.
Yes.
We all
Real
believe it
talk.
is.
Real talk.
Mm-hmm.
This is not about slaughtering anyone.
Oh my
If you
gosh.
truly love the black woman like you claim, educate her. Help her to be better.
But
He keep telling everybody, don't worry about it. Wait till Sunday when we slaughter them.
Yeah.
No.
but see, that's the thing. It's not about bringing nobody down. We saying
No.
this so y'all can understand us, not to put
How we
y'all
feel
down.
and why we behave the way we do.
They don't get that. And then why you feeling so offensive if it doesn't apply to you?
Move on.
But they real salty in the chat right now. So it doesn't apply to y'all because y'all do all
They
this stuff.
diabetic.
You guys have been the providers.
They act like when our counterparts say all lives matter, when we say Black Lives Matter, why do y'all want to be included so bad? It's not about you. We're not saying that you're bad. We're just independent. Period.
Oh my
Just like
God.
Yeah,
Black
Mr.
lives matter.
Provider.
We're not saying that all lives don't matter. We're just saying Black lives
Lives
matter.
don't matter.
Yes.
We're
Hey,
not
our
saying
lives
because
matter.
we're
No one
independent,
would
we
have a
don't
reason
need
to say
you. Like,
Black
it's not
lives.
about you. It's about
Right.
us. Why can't
We're
we
not
celebrate
bashing you.
us?
Why?
And y'all always be the first one talking about we're not talking about all women. It's
Yep,
not
that's it.
all
Say we're
women.
talking about all
It's
women,
some.
but some of
It's
y'all
some.
women.
Right. Okay,
Uh-huh.
ladies, I want you guys to answer the chat because the men are literally they're just talking trash in there anyway. So answer this question. Most independent women, this is a statement that was made by a woman. Most independent, no, actually it was made by a man. Sorry, this one was made by a man. Most independent women date down. What do you guys think?
Most independent women
Date down.
Date down.
Oh yeah, they do.
They will date somebody
Yeah,
that
I
makes
think
more
I
money
have.
than them.
Yes, I believe that's true.
Mm-hmm.
Because I
Why?
believe some of the men are intimidated by that independent woman because she might make more money than me. And I don't care what a man say, they lying through their damn teeth when they say, I don't care if she make more money than you. Is lying. Your ego is bruised, baby. You is
Oh.
bruised.
Yeah.
You lying.
Right, because if you have an honest conversation with guys, and the lady makes more money than them, a lot of the time, later on, they won't tell you if you're dating them, but later on, if they're just your friend, they'll tell you, yeah, it kind of makes me feel a little less than. Like, yeah, I didn't like it's a mental thing for them. It's not that the woman's throwing it in their face that she makes more money than you. It's just that you know she makes more money than you. But it's a mental thing to y'all that you guys can't make it work because
Your ego is bruised.
she's too independent. So I think it's not even just the fact that women date down. I think a lot of the times men they date up, but then they realize that they can't handle who they date up, and then they go and
Oh
date down.
yeah. That makes sense. That makes sense.
Yep.
I agree.
What she said.
I think that's what they do because a lot of the time, if you think about it, if they do cheat or whatever, or the next woman that comes along compared to what they had before, so a lot of the times it's not really anything better than what they had before.
Mary J. Blige.
But a female, if a
Yep. Look at
female
Mary.
goes and dates a new man, he's actually better than the last one.
Right.
Yeah,
And
that's true. That's true.
and best believe if a woman do dummy herself down to mess with a man that do make less than her, please believe he's picking up where he's lacking, okay? He's picking up where he's lacking. I ain't talking about the private area, but I'm just saying maybe he know how to talk to her good. He's
Yep.
Oh, true.
Oh,
Well,
look at
prime example. Look at Mary J. Blige and Kendu. She paying him child. She paying him alimony. And I'm just saying, I don't feel like Mary. I feel like Mary was buried to him, but I feel like he helped Mary get to a point in her life, and now she got to pay.
Yep. See, what about that,
Yeah.
fellas?
And look, Mary was gonna get them. Mary them don't even count. Cause Mary was, he might have did something, but she was already doing something. So we ain't gonna count them. We gonna stay with some regular people like us.
That's that rich people talk.
Janet Williams said, "At what point does being too independent become sabotage?" Genuinely asking.
That's a good question. When you start trying to actually be the man in the relationship,
Yep.
that is sabotage because that is not our place. And while y'all feeling like we bashing y'all, it's a whole reason why we are here.
Yeah.
And it's because, and y'all, you ain't gonna want to hear it. The man has been out of his place for generations and hundreds and hundreds of years.
And they don't
He's
like
been
it.
out of his place since Adam and Eve days. Because If Adam was that man, if he was that nigga, oh, she would have
Ooh.
been like nothing. She would have
Ooh.
been listening to what was supposed to be taught and did that. So
Ooh.
man been out of place, and that forced
Ooh.
woman to move to another place in life. Yes,
Carla said,
Man,
I
look at
believe a
real.
woman.
that led us to here. But
Carla said, I believe a woman should always stay in her place and not try to be a man.
and
Try to
that
be
is
a
so
man.
true.
Okay, but
But
nobody's
when
trying to
I
do that.
Nobody want
What's
to be
her
a man.
place? What's her place?
Yeah, I'm trying to
Ooh.
think. What's
Oh, Carla, you made the women mad.
I'm trying to figure out what's her place because I
They
mean,
Oh,
because,
Carla, that was you. Don't worry about it. I take it back. I know exactly what you're talking about, Carla. I thought it was a dude who said that, Carla. No, I take it back.
Oh, okay.
Right,
I
Carl.
take it back.
Yes,
But
a
I
woman
don't
should
think,
stay in her place.
I mean my words.
yeah.
But if that
Look,
woman
I
stay in
don't
her
think
place
that
and
we're not
nobody else
trying
does,
to be the
what she
man.
gonna do? Still just
No,
be
no,
in
no.
her place. She's still
Right.
not
We're
gonna
not
have
trying,
everything
let's just get
because
this
everybody
straight.
else out of order.
yeah,
We're not trying to be the men.
no.
Nope.
Independent women are not trying to be the men. We're not trying to replace you guys. We're not trying to take over and
None
all
of
of this
that.
kind of crazy stuff that you guys think or perceive us to be. We're not. We love men. We've all said that. All of us have said
Yes,
that. We love our men. We
Black
literally
men are
love them.
amazing.
yes.
But
Royce
you guys want us
LP.
to be dependent on you 110% when half of the time y'all let us down when we are dependent on you. Let's
Yes.
just be real.
Mm-hmm.
Honest. Let's look at the facts. A lot of the times, men let us down. They really
Yes.
do, and that puts us in positions where we have to take control of our own lives back, and we
Mm-hmm.
have to do better for ourselves. And that's when you do better, you rise up, and you become a strong, independent woman. Oh, that's fine. I still need a man. I still need a man. Shit.
I still want to know how we bashing y'all.
We not. But
I think they call
our,
bashing pointing out
this
their
is
problems,
not
pointing out some of
our
their
conversation.
mishaps.
This
They
is
do.
supposed to be a
But
conversation.
let's get this.
Right,
Men have been
right.
coddled for so long.
Okay.
Men are always coddled. And I don't mean to sound like a feminist.
Mama's
I'm not. But men, it's like, y'all are perfect. You guys can't do anything wrong. And you guys don't like to be called out. I don't get that. Like, it's okay for you guys to cheat. Oh, men just do that.
That's just
That's
he
just
That's
men.
being a man.
That's
that's a
just
man
men.
thing. That's a
That's a
man
man thing.
thing.
Like, y'all are just
That
trying to
line
do
right there.
everything.
That's a,
That's not fair. That's not
Mhm.
cool.
But how is it that Sunflower is the only one making sense, but yet and still she been agreeing to everything that we've been saying, and she been saying the same
Right.
thing that we've been saying? I'm not understanding. How you not gonna understand
Because
everybody's point of
you
view?
already know who in the chat. They not gonna agree with Shanita. They not
Thank
gonna
you.
go hear. They not gonna hear V. Andrea gonna come across Rob. Now, now,
I'm a little angry. That's what they're gonna say about me.
right.
Okay.
Now,
Wait, hold on. Ray Day says,
it's about
"What's y'all?"
perception.
Ray Day says, "What's y'all damn problems? Y'all acting like y'all ain't doing nothing wrong."
We didn't say.
We
I
never
didn't
We
say.
didn't
said
say
I
that.
didn't
that.
say. I didn't do nothing wrong.
We never said
I
that.
told y'all in the beginning I did a heap of wrong, and I plan on doing a little bit more. I never said. Mm-mm.
I
I'm just
said
These
you
not.
was
two
being a
men were put
hypocrite.
together. So now they're calling me a hypocrite
Oh
Oh,
my
because
what?
god.
What? You a hypocrite?
How?
It's a lot
because
of
when
hypocrites
I
there.
messed up and said that
It's
when I
a lot
misheard,
of hypocrites.
I thought somebody else said, I thought it was a man who said,
Oh, instead of Carla.
a woman should know her place. Then I was like, no, I take it back. If it was Paula, oh, okay, no, I take it back. Now I'm a hypocrite, right? For
Look,
saying that,
look.
huh?
We're
Harris
not
is
saying
family
that
boss
we
said he
don't
would
hurt.
have this conversation with each of us. And I think that would be beneficial because when you have too many opinions or too many cheerleaders, sometimes it's hard to say, you know what? I can respect that. Or
Right.
I can understand that. So maybe needs to be a one-on-one conversation. Maybe you're not ready for the group discussion.
I ain't doing one-on-one with either one of them niggas.
No.
We all have our experiences of being an independent Black woman. We all have our experiences of being married. We all have experiences in life, and we come together and have a conversation about it. What's the
Okay.
problem?
And Sunflower, this is what they don't like when all of us be up here
It's too much.
That's what they don't like.
It's
That's
too
why they want to
much.
go one by one and get us by ourselves. They no.
Right. Because look,
I'm
Miss
surprised.
T said that real talk came across a little intimidating. So ever since then, we can raise our voice. We get.
But wait, hold on. This is the thing, right? When we talk up and
Them days over.
we talk about how strong we are and how independent we are as women, the next thing that they want to class us as is being aggressive.
Yes.
So when we're passionate about something, we then turn aggressive to men.
Dre, they say we unstable, y'all. Now I can't go
unstable. The who's psychiatrist in here?
That's what they want you to do. Don't
who's psychiatrist in here?
Things work like it's supposed to.
I just want to know who's the professional psychiatrist. Where the PhD at? Just tell me.
This is why I'm not gonna lie. This is actually why I'm actually really trying not to read the chat too much today
because that's what they want. That's what they want.
That they be going off and saying whatever they want to say.
And Logic gonna make a whole video of us talking about us.
Yeah,
because Logic puts batteries in all of these men's back and they get real bold. They can really get something now. They need Logic to tell them what's what. Yeah.
Sorry. Okay, so ladies, why do men find us to be aggressive? Why do you guys think that men find independent women to be aggressive?
Because we speak our mind and we don't allow them to push us over. We don't just sit on the sofa and believe that they went to the stove 6 hours ago. And I guess when we stopped buying the bull, we became angry, aggressive, bitter. But when we stopped just being yes sir girls.
Ooh, the shade, Logic.
Do girls.
So Logic think this is a dead topic. Okay, that's
but he wanted to cover it last week. It wasn't dead.
You know what?
It is a dead topic because of the ears that are listening. They don't want.
Yes.
Life is about learning.
Educate them, sunflower.
And don't leave it up to me because I lead you astray.
Oh, I ain't playing loud. That's him playing football. Why?
Y'all. It's because y'all are unnecessarily loud, like Andrea.
You know what? Let me answer this question right here. Okay, let me just put the line on the line. I am not angry. Yes, I'm a little aggressive, but I don't want nobody telling me what to do. I want you to hear me out. So maybe sometimes I gotta be a little aggressive so you can hear me out. I'm just saying. But I ain't never had a problem getting a man. Trust and believe.
Okay.
I know that's right.
Period.
Well,
we're not.
Hold on. Dre Day just said men don't bash women, but when y'all get a chance, y'all bash us.
Men, wait.
They bash us all the time.
Y'all have whole channels talking about don't marry, don't date single mothers.
Yes.
How did that even happen though?
Oh.
Dre did a live last night telling us what we needed to do as women and being single.
Yeah, he said he sure did.
Oh, wait a minute. So
he said, save yourself, don't be having sex. He was saying all that stuff last night in his live. And I thought he had some good points. But today over here, he changing his tune.
But that's the thing. That's why a lot of their content around what women do or don't do, or how it's seen or perceived to be. A lot of their content is based around women, right?
Yeah.
And y'all talking negatively down to us. Why don't you guys start lifting us up for once? How about that? Why don't you actually start being proud of your independent, strong Black queen? How about that? Because you can't even say, you, Dre, cannot say that I constantly bash men, because I've had several lives. If you attended them, then you would know where I've actually lifted up our kings. So please don't come for me if you don't know what I did.
Matter of fact, we did a whole live with him.
Yeah, on fathers, single fathers.
Exactly.
Be
I did a
there
whole
something.
I'm just a little confused
gentleman's
today.
club. I've done blended families. I've done a lot of different topics with men that lift them up and didn't talk negatively about them. So please don't. And like I said, it wasn't necessarily something where we're bashing the men. It's more for educational purposes because you guys do not understand the term of a strong, independent Black woman. You guys have that misconstrued. You don't understand it. You don't understand why we use it. So we're trying to help and educate you guys. So maybe you guys can open up your eyes and see why women think the way they do, or why they talk the way they do, or why they act the way they do, without coming over and seeming like we just because we use the word independent, that just means we don't need you, we don't want you, blah blah blah. That was never the point.
Nobody never said
That was
that.
the point.
Nobody.
We had
One time
never
did we
said we
say
don't
we
need a
don't
Black
need
man.
you.
We have never said that.
And what's the definition of bash men?
Oh,
I need
Right.
to know.
Webster.
I would just hope that Black men, you guys take more opportunities to check each other, because it's not a woman's place to talk about what you're not doing or what you're not failing to do. But I don't see the same energy with you guys checking each other, saying, hey, bro,
Ooh.
you need to do this. Hey,
Yep.
bro, you need to treat her right. Hey, bro, you need to work on yourself. But you guys are still fixated on what this woman is wearing, what her weave is doing.
Yep.
Why is that a man's?
Yeah, you're
Why
worried
is
about
that a man's
what is she
problem?
wearing?
Why are you
Too
worried
much
about my
makeup?
hair?
Is she wearing a weave? I don't understand that too, because I don't understand what her makeup and her weave got to do with her. Because if you
Exactly.
love me, I'm just being honest. If you love me, my Andrea Lynch, you wouldn't care if I wear a weave or wig, because you say my baby love that, my girl love that. That makes her who she is. What's the damn problem? I'm just asking the question.
Yes, baby.
Why
Oh my
and why
God.
is it what she got on and what her weave and hair is so much important to you? Because I really don't care if you look at sloppy, you don't gain 15 pounds sitting on the couch watching football. Just be honest.
And y'all men in the chat gonna put some respect on Kenley V channel. Don't be talking about her channel dead. It's not educational. Y'all gonna put some respect on her motherfucking channel for real. Cause y'all finna make me nah, for real, because that's disrespectful.
Tamia,
No.
no, I'm dead ass because I'm sitting here rolling my eyes hard as shit. 'Cause I'm like, what the fuck? Why is it every time V has to have something to say, it's a dead topic? It's never what it is. The men always want to take it. Anyway, I
Yeah,
agree.
why
But
aren't there
you
more
know what?
strong Black men
I find,
channels?
you know what? I find it very hilarious when they say, and I get it, ladies, I understand it. But guess what? They're not going to get to me because you know what? I'm just covering a topic where we wasn't allowed to speak and we wasn't heard.
Yep.
Real Talk 87 covered this topic himself, right? He started this train.
So did, yep.
Okay, so you started this train, number one. Then what happened next? Oh, YouTube Court TV. He wants to cover the topic too. It's such a good topic, man. Yeah, let's get together. Let's have a panel. Let's cover it. Okay, so that's two men. Now that a woman decides that she wants to cover the topic, so we can finally be heard and it's not a one-sided argument. Y'all can't handle the heat and now y'all have a problem with it.
Now it's
Bash my channel, bash my topic, because guess what? It started with a man.
Oh.
So y'all bashing each other. How about that?
Period. How that feel?
We love you, Candy B. Okay, your show be hitting every Thursday
What Dre said,
and every Sunday. Okay, I love you, my sister. Keep on doing you.
Thank you. They ain't hurting my feelings. I'm good because at the end of the day, I know where this topic started. And it started with a man. So y'all can say, if it's a dead topic, why the hell were y'all talking about it for 2 freaking weeks? Huh? Tell me that.
Sunflower said, drop the link, V.
Oh, okay.
And men, don't you touch it. Don't you touch that.
Yeah, men, aren't you strong?
Coming up.
Why are you guys so sensitive, men?
They come sensitive.
Why
isn't it a man's world?
That's what James Brown said. It's a man's world.
Feelings.
It's a man's world. That's what they said.
Yeah, amen to
I'm
that.
the one that's supposed to be talking and
It's a
wilding out,
man's
but you're a
world,
man,
but it's not
aren't you?
nothing without a woman or a girl.
Amen. Gay girl, Shanita.
At least do all of the.
Come on, Shanita. Make sure you know them lyrics, okay?
What was your question, Rita?
We gotta finish that out.
Okay.
Nothing without a woman or a girl.
Okay.
Carla, mop up those tears. We ain't gonna wipe them up, mop them up.
Look,
Select
look,
it down there in the chat.
B,
Y'all need to call your mamas.
B.
Ooh,
Look, y'all. Tears.
okay.
So wait a minute. So yes, ma'am. I was up in the chat in Logic and Real. All of us in there cutting up. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, how y'all gonna bring up the topic once we start talking about it? Y'all start acting all crazy, jumping out the bushes and stuff. But I'm like, I'm not. You'll never see them going back to another man's channel doing that.
No.
Now would you?
Right.
Never. Never.
They went in
No,
real
it's a
live in real channel cutting up like that. They wasn't on
Like,
live stuff cutting up like that. Now one time
like,
they
like. How
I'm
you
sorry, go
gonna
ahead.
brew up a potion and be afraid to take a dose of your own medicine? Like, how you gonna,
Ooh.
bring up the conversation, and then when we talk about it, elaborate on what y'all saying, giving y'all praise, talking about it, y'all talking y'all shit. I didn't see none of them say, "Oh, fuck these niggas, y'all niggas ain't shit." None of that shit. We
Right.
didn't. That wasn't the
We didn't say
intent.
none of that. We never said that. We
That's
never.
what.
We love black men. We love
Yep.
black men. I got
I'm
a
like,
black
do
we
y'all
cousin.
got
got
we got babies
mothers?
by
Do y'all
telling them
got
we love
mamas?
Right. Right.
Like,
Do they got
goddamn.
We didn't hurt you. We didn't. It
right?
wasn't us.
If a man was
All right, y'all,
with
but
some
go back.
mother,
All right.
So I
You
just
can
asked
stay
way
up here.
that
like, did it
Okay.
touch a
other men,
sore
they
did
would
it
be
touch a sore spot for you men or something? I'm
how y'all going.
confused.
That's what I'm saying. Because if it don't apply to you, why you so mad? We just talking. Remember, we don't know what we talking about. We just talking.
We ain't
Okay.
said no names.
Right.
YouTube Part
Okay, so
TV said,
Real Talk said we're not answering his question.
What was the question?
His question is why y'all keep taking my video out of context.
so I said
Hey,
before,
go ahead, Shanita.
we didn't on the live that was with YouTube Court TV. We didn't take it out of context. I heard you for exactly what it was, and you said you weren't talking about us, but that we are not. You weren't talking about us being that we're not saying that we're independent. You were talking about women who are that type. And I said you talked about two different type of women. You talked about the independent woman that's on child support or the government assistance, or the independent woman who's the boss and says she doesn't need anything made it from a man. But you left out all of the other categories of an independent woman. We're not taking your video out of context, but you still are talking about independent women, and we classify as independent women. Not the type of independent women that you were talking about in your video, but we still classify or look at ourselves as independent women.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about it. And then when YouTube Court TV made his highlights, had he not made his highlight video, we wouldn't be here today. We would have stuck with the cast live the way it was. We wouldn't be here today.
Right. And if that woman is on Section 8 or if she is
If
getting
she
food
is
stamps,
getting some
you will
child
get
support,
your
what's the problem?
you will get your independent ass up in that kitchen and cook her motherfucking food and eat off of
For
it.
them kids.
You be eating steaks and baked potatoes, so shut the fuck up.
No,
Shit.
but it's so funny because I have seen a couple of my girlfriends get child support and they got a new nigga and he get to live off that ex-husband or that other man who paying child support. I'm just saying it happens. I'm just saying, keep it 100. He
Laying in
lay
the
up in the
bed,
house. Shoot.
eating stinky crab legs and shrimp,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Right.
For
I
the
need that
girl
hustle.
Right. Talk your
So
shit, nigga.
I guess maybe they would have preferred if I titled it why are men not independent?
Ooh. Oh.
Would that have made y'all feel any better?
Oh. 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 Oh.
They just don't like that word. That word just rubbed in the wrong way. Yeah, I agree.
Independent man.
The thing is, right, y'all are acting real intimidated by the word independent and a woman showing her independence or voicing her independence. That's a huge problem for y'all. And I don't understand why it's a problem. Because, like we
Right.
said, it's more about us being able to do stuff for ourselves.
Self,
And that's
right.
it.
I
Has
mean,
nothing to do with you.
and why it gotta be a woman and a man thing? How come anybody just can't just be just that?
Period.
Yeah.
and
Because Men want women to be dependent upon them. That is where this whole thing is. This is where it goes to.
But yeah,
Want us to be dependent.
but
And
they
if that's
provide
the
us,
case,
right?
then all y'all
And they protect
say
the
is,
providers.
I want a
Right.
woman that depends on me. That's it. All will be done.
So then,
Y'all
if that's the case, V, and they got that understanding, then what's the fucking problem when you gotta do what you're supposed to do and take care of a woman? What's the problem?
And pay all the bills.
Nope, because
Yeah,
then they'll call you a gold digger.
exactly.
Yeah, we a gold digger. Taking all their money.
Oh, see,
That's the thing. Because as soon as the thing is right, look, this is when men have a problem. It's when their money gets involved.
Yes.
Got a problem the whole time before that. But as soon as they gotta pay, like they gotta pay child support or they gotta pay alimony or they gotta pay something. As soon as the money has to come out their pocket, or they gotta pay more than half of the bills that they want to pay. Because everything's gotta be half and half nowadays, apparently. As soon as there's more money coming out their pockets, that's a problem.
right.
Could I say something? I knew what hurt my ex-husband with. The money. I knew it. I knew. I'm going this courtroom. I'm gonna get his money, and I damn sure wanted to hurt him with the money. So did. That's it ain't. It's a proof. It's a fact. I knew his money was gonna hurt.
Hit him where it
So
hurts.
for me, get him where it hurts. The money.
Right. Why are you guys so bothered about your coins? Tell us.
Because they got impressed their dudes.
Like you said, why can't it just be just that? Why does it have to involve you? It has nothing to do with you. Just let us have it.
Look, kicking it with Net said perfect. She said we don't want to feel like we have to ask to buy something.
Right.
We shouldn't have to. Why is it that we can't just go and take out our prices and go and spend the money that we work for? Why can't we buy what we want to buy? Why do you guys want us to have to come to you to ask you for the money and then we have to explain ourselves to you? Oh, I want to buy myself a pair of shoes. I want to do this. No. That's what y'all want. It's all about control y'all, man. And that's what you guys not understanding. It's all about you guys trying to control and hold us down. That is what it is. And the fact that women are not allowing you guys to hold us back anymore, that is where the problem is. And that's why you guys are going to try and date down.
Right.
And then they okay with them Instagram models. They okay with them Instagram girls.
Oh, yeah,
they okay with that on the Instagram.
So, let me ask y'all a question in the chat. Okay. So, if a woman do decide to go 50-50, everything is 50-50, and she do say I'm independent, will y'all have a problem with that?
That's a good question.
That's a great question.
They ain't gonna say nothing, watch. Because what's the question?
What's the question?
Real. Repeat it. Repeat it.
Go on.
Repeat
Go
it.
On, tell them the question again.
Okay, I said if a woman do decide to go 50-50 with you, so you wouldn't have to pay all the bills and stuff like that. She was like, you know what, baby, 50-50 in this relationship, right? But yet and still, she still call herself independent. Would y'all have a problem with that? Cause she doing what you doing, but yet and still she's saying she independent. So would y'all have a problem with that? I wouldn't trip. So why wouldn't you trip? Because at the end of the day, she's independent. So why wouldn't you trip?
Because she paying high for the bills.
Exactly. see, and that let you know and that let you know the problem is. You already know.
Y'all just need to own your stuff. I mean, that's it. Like, y'all just need to learn to know what you guys want. And that's the problem. Y'all don't know.
How you not gonna trip if she go 50-50 with you, but you'll trip if it's 100 and 0? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. You can't turn it on and off.
Right.
Either you want an independent woman or you don't.
Because I don't mind an independent woman. I've been said that, Nia. You don't mind having an independent woman.
That mean if you want an independent woman, she gonna pay half of the bills. If that paying half of the bills is that independent right there? Because after she helping provide for the family, I'm just saying.
Yep, that's what I'm saying.
I'm just saying. A man supposed to be a protector and provider. So she providing for the family too now. So what? We 50-50 now?
Right. So the
Real
world
said
is
he don't
right.
mind. Real say he don't mind having an independent woman. So then why do you get offended when we say we're independent? If you
That's what
don't
I'm
mind having an
saying.
independent woman.
Oh, real, bro. Now I'm just babbling. Okay. 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 I'm babbling, but I'm making sense though. Okay.
Guys,
Okay.
I'm going to let the ladies.
You can't answer the question. Okay. I see, all I see is OMG and oh God. Okay, you can't
But
answer.
they can answer
Yeah.
the question. They can. It doesn't make sense to them because we're not talking about countries and being independent from countries.
Real, but you
Nia
still not
makes.
answering the question. You
He
want to keep
said
calling
Nia
out
makes
me,
about as much sense as 2 + 2 = 8. Oh, okay.
just like you, because you still ain't answered the question.
Exactly. You notice how Logic and Dre have gone MIA.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because of them, it's a dead question.
They done left real out to dry.
But Drake actually agreed. Harrison family.
But Dre said, "Go ahead, girl. Be independent. Do your thing, because y'all taking this independent stuff too far."
Okay.
Okay, Jordan.
Okay, ladies.
Okay,
If you
girl.
have final topics or final points that you would like to let the men know on this topic, or any questions, please feel free to ask them or state that now.
I just want to
Nita and
know.
Nia agreed.
I'm sorry.
Who going
Who
first?
called?
No, I was reading something. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I was reading something.
Oh, I just want to know the age-old question that we have been asking and have not gotten an answer from these men at all. How is it that you all want an independent woman but get offended when you say that we are independent? That's my question. And I also want to say, just because we say we're independent doesn't mean we don't need you. Because obviously you like having an independent woman. So something about you wants us to be independent as well. So let us have it and be okay with it. Be right within yourself. Be confident and secure within yourself. That way, that word will make you feel insecure.
Right.
And I'm done.
Guys, this was not a man bashing live.
I can't
It
believe that's what
wasn't.
they got out of this. I can't
Me
believe
either.
that.
And it's a shame that that's what you guys did get out of it. Right?
Oh my
Hopefully, you
god.
guys can catch the replay and rewatch it, and you can see exactly where us ladies were actually coming from. Because sometimes you have to take a step back and look
Mm-hmm.
over things and just put yourself in someone else's shoes for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay. And you guys were talking about at the beginning, oh, this just sounds like a complaining panel, or just sounds like a whole bunch of hurt women and whatever. And yeah, maybe we have been hurt in the past. Maybe that's where this all stems from. That's what we're trying to open your eyes for you guys to see, that your actions started this. This is why we are the way that we are, and why we're having to be the way that we are now. And you guys should maybe take a little bit more out of that. And, you know, you guys are raising daughters. Okay. True. A lot of you guys have females. You have daughters that you're raising. So are you trying to tell me that you as men, because I know my daddy didn't raise me to be no fool, but I just want to know, are you guys trying to tell me that you as men are going to raise these women to be dependent on men?
It's a shame.
Full well knowing, because I know a lot of you men right there in the chat have told me y'all was some downright dirty dogs back in the day. Full well knowing how you guys have treated women in the past. Not saying you are now. How you have treated women in the past. Full well knowing we're now in this type of society where that's just going to keep on spinning and getting worse and worse and worse. So you guys going to tell me that you are going to raise your queens and your daughters to be dependent on men, that they should be dependent on men. Because if that's how you're gonna raise your daughters, you have a big problem. You're gonna have a lot of heartbreak that you're gonna have to heal. And you sitting down as a father watching your child
Go through
cry
some and
over
pain.
a man and
They
be
were ready to shoot somebody.
disappointed, be treated like a dog,
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna hurt you more than you even know.
Yep.
So that's something that you guys should really think about before you guys want to start back. Just because we're grown women up here doesn't mean that the cycle isn't going to happen with the younger generation. I personally was raised by a father that taught me to be dependent on myself, to never be dependent on a man, and not even to be dependent on my parents, because you never know what's going to happen. They could die tomorrow, and I'll be left out in the rain by myself.
That is so true.
So there's always a lesson to be learned. Take a step back, look at the bigger picture, and stop trying to take it so personal.
Yeah.
It's personal to you guys because you guys have done some shit in the past, and you have hurt many women, and that is why this hurts so much. You guys should actually take it as a lesson learned, turn around, flip the switch, and raise your daughters to do better, to know better, to not be put in the situations that us as women on this panel have been put in before.
That is true.
Again, we're going to say it because we want to give you guys so we can kind of cuddle y'all a little bit more. Okay? We love y'all. We love a good, strong, black, dependent, independent man. Okay?
That's right. Amen.
There's no hate here. There's no love lost. We love you guys. But we are still strong, independent, black women that care about ourselves and that can do for ourselves. And we like the fact that we don't have to ask you for anything.
Amen.
We like the fact that we can stand on our own 2 feet. And you guys should like that too.
That's
And
right.
if not, then there's some insecurities that maybe you need to get some help for. Seriously.
Come on, Candy B. Keep preaching, there.
I'm done. I won't keep digging the grave. But guys, thank you, lovely ladies, to my beautiful, strong black women in the chat, to my beautiful panel, Andrea Lynch, My Life is Nia, Shanita Marie Randomly, Deandra, Sunflower Lady. I would love to have you guys back. Carla in the chat. I would love to have you up here with us, girl. Honestly, you give so much. Kicking it with Nat. You came up and you helped us out too, sis. Yeah. I love you guys. Until next time, Sunday, the men get to speak.
We will be here. We will
Battle
be here.
of the Sexes. We'll be back on Sunday at 6:15 p.m. Central Time. I'm excited. I can't wait. I ain't scared, y'all.
I can't wait. They're gonna be in
They're
there.
gonna be tearing us up. They're gonna be tearing us up.
They gonna tear us up. We love y'all. We'll see you on Sunday. Bye.
Bye bye. Bye bye.